Okay, Mr. Moyes, thank you very much for your time. One of the biggest and most exciting novelties of this season is your new home.
Yes.
How excited should the fans be, and obviously people that will watch Everton from Mexico on the TV?
Yeah. Well, we're all very excited about a new stadium. You know, it's a big thing to get a new stadium. But what I will say is the football players now are so used to playing in amazing stadiums all around the world. I had a chance to see some of the stadiums in America. We played in the summer series and they're incredible stadiums. We see them when we go in Europe as well, to whether it be Champions League finals. So there's incredible stadiums all around, but we've now got a very good stadium ourselves, and it's something which we're all proud of. Now we just need to build the team to fit the stadium.
In our life, when we move houses, it takes a while to feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more or less the same? You need games, you need seasons, you need wins and good performances.
Yeah, I've said, you know, for the next 100 years this will be our home. So there'll be other people, there'll be everybody else coming into it. And I hope in this 100 years Everton are able to have success, bring success. They've got a really nice stadium. It's iconic in the city, where it sits right on the water, on the docks. It's an important part of the culture now in this city. But what we need to do is improve the team. Over the last 4 or 5 years, it's not been a good situation. Monetary problems, and in truth, probably fighting relegation so many years. So we have to get back to a level where I know before I had Everton, we were always challenging, we were competitive, trying to be in European football, and I hope we can get back to that level.
Is that realistic for this new season, you think?
It's probably not realistic, but I think I should dream, and I think I should anticipate it, and I think I should try and plan to be that club who tries to do it. Our form from the second half of last season would have probably got us close to Europe. We played really well. Can we do that again? If we do that again, then we'll be in with a shout. But probably realistically, it would probably be a step too far.
Is that too much of a gap to the big six, or like examples of Crystal Palace, of Villa? They show it's possible.
Yeah, I think football's making it very difficult when in all the leagues throughout, in any country in the world, you know, the big teams who've got the big spending power tend to stay near the top of their leagues. So to get into it makes it a really difficult situation. I was here before for 11 years, and I every year was trying to challenge to be in the top. We finished fourth one year to qualify for the Champions League. So to challenge the big clubs and the big teams with the big financial resources in the Premier League is really difficult. We've got new ownership. We'll spend, maybe not wildly, maybe not over the top at the moment. But I hope going forward that we start to rebuild the club and start to get it back to closer to the levels it's been in the past.
And before fighting against them on the pitch, you have to fight on the transfer market as well. I imagine it's a different type of work. How happy are you with the business you've made so far?
I'd like to be happier. I'd like to have done my business much sooner. I'd like to have got more players in, because we knew this was a difficult summer for us. But you have to remember that we had still some issues regarding some financial issues we had to clear up, so I understand that they had to be done. The players I had last year were fantastic. They'd done a brilliant job. But I now think, no, come on, I want to build on that. I want to try and make it better. While we're going well, can we strengthen it? Can we try and attract other players? I think the bigger problem we've had is attracting players here. They're attracted by the stadium, but they're not attracted by where we've been as a football club over recent seasons, and we need to change that feeling.
Is it a rebuilding process then? Would you qualify as?
Hugely rebuilding. You know, but I mean the club itself from inside, we now have we've built the shell of the house.
Yeah.
We've built a brilliant shell of the house, which is the new stadium. There's lots of things behind the scenes which need altered and changed, but look, I'm not necessarily the person who will do that, but I've got to try and change the football team and get the football team at a better level, and hopefully I can do that.
One of your new players Jack Grealish, he said that you were one of the main reasons that made him join this club after a chat you had. Did you leave that conversation confident?
Yeah, I probably felt for a while that I think Jack would choose to join us, but we didn't know we'd be able to get him from Manchester City, so he's their player. But my conversation with Jack, I felt that if he was going to go anywhere, I felt that he would come to Everton. In saying that, I've spoke to a few players this summer who know quite a lot haven't come to Everton, so I wish they had. But look, we're looking forward to having Jack. I think everybody's so excited that if we could even get Jack close to the player he was, you know, or is, and round the levels where he's played when he was at Man City, when he's pomp and Aston Villa. And I want Jack to come and feel that he can play with a little bit of freedom here and a little bit of what Jack Grealish feels that he can do best. And if whatever he can do best, we'll try and accommodate it.
Before thinking or asking about tactically, is it the kind of player that the fans would like, get them excited? Yeah,
well, I think people would watch. I watched a lot of Jack Grealish because I watched a lot of Man City, whether it had been in the Champions League games or they've been, their team and their managers are exceptional. So you're always looking at the best, and Jack's played in those teams and knows what it is. So I think people who've been watching it would say, come on, we know there's another Jack Grealish. You know, we know there's a Jack Grealish who can do something slightly different. So what we're looking to see is, let's see if Jack Grealish is going to do the bit which we all know he can do again. We hope that we can get him fit, ready, right condition, mentally in the right place. He's a great boy, he's liked wherever he goes. Nobody who I don't really know Jack Grealish. I've bumped into him a few times before I met him, but I have to say he's one of the main boys who I think every club I've been to, there's nobody got a bad word to say. He's a great boy, he's got time for everybody, and let's hope his football is as good as he is off the pitch.
When you say you try to think of seeing him with freedom on the pitch, is that when you perceive he's at his happiest?
Well, it's very difficult for a manager to say, I give you freedom. But with freedom, I think my words are meaning is, come on, Jack, you show us. You show us if we're giving you the opportunity to be free. Maybe not within the system. You'll have to play in a position, and they'll have duties in the position to do what any player would do. But we don't want to nail him down from going and trying to take people on. We want him to go and attack people. We want him to try and get crosses in. If he can score goals for us, that'll be a huge bonus as well. I like him. He doesn't give the ball away too often, but we also want him to show his impact on individuality and when he can make the difference 1v1.
From a Latin America perspective now, Mr. Moyes, Carlos Alcaraz, he's been such a great addition straight on.
Yeah, Carlos has done really well. I have to say he's come in and there's lots of bits of it he's suited to the British game, I think. He's got an intensity, so I like him a lot. And he's made an impact in the team. He's done okay, but he's still learning, and I see him still as a young player.
You went to the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I did.
How was that experience?
The Club World Cup was magnificent. The games were some of them were very good, some of them were, but I think the experience, and I had the privilege of seeing many South American supporters there, which I found unbelievable. The support that Boca Juniors and Palmeiras and all the teams had was incredible, it really was, and so I found that really interesting.
Can you see, when you saw the quality of the Brazilian clubs, the Argentinian clubs, the Mexican clubs, can you see some of them in the future? Like Alcaraz, he came from Flamengo, straight to Everton, so that bridge is possible.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought some of the players were for the sides were very. Look, Brazil probably to everybody is number one in the world, and always have been regarding football and what they stand from Pele. Wherever we go, it's always been the situation. But I think we're now all the clubs are sort of scouring all round South America, all the countries, because they're producing so many good players. Such a big continent with so many players, and I think the South Americans are probably thinking, we want to come over to the UK or we want to come to Europe and play in the leagues in Europe. But I'm always talking about going to watch the games in Brazil or going to watch the games in Argentina because I'm fascinated by the rivalry and the teams in the countries there and how it works. And I have to say, the Brazilians and Argentina, for example, are producing incredible young players. I watched Estef.
Yes.
Estef playing for Palmeiras,
yes.
Who's now gone to Chelsea. He was fantastic. It really was. So, you know, the players who we see coming through from South America, I think they've got an incredible level of talent in young footballers.
You've worked with, for our Mexican audience now, with 3 Mexican players throughout your career at Sociedad, West Ham, here of course. For example, Chicharito, your memories of him?
Chicharito, I had it first at Manchester United, and it was strange. He was a, and I say this with respect, he probably was behind Robin van Persie, Wayne Rooney, but Chicharito was always there and he was always reliable. He was loved by everybody at Manchester United. His goal scoring, coming off the bench many times as well, was really impressive at the club. So, and then when I went to West Ham, I had him for a short spell at West Ham and my first spell at West Ham as well. So, look, he's had an incredible career. And
was it good to see him back at West Ham?
Yeah, it was good to see him. No, it was good. I think by that time he had been in Germany, I think, and back.
Madrid,
so, and he was. I wouldn't say he was finishing, but he had picked up a couple of injuries at that time. But no, Chicharito was. The biggest thing, the biggest compliment I gave him, he was a top goal scorer.
Yeah.
He sort of knew how to smell out the goals and how to get himself in positions to score. He was very good at that.
You worked with Carlos Vela at
Carlos
Sociedad
Vela
as well?
Fantastic he was. I loved Carlos. He was a really good player, Carlos Vela. Really good player, very talented. And again, went on to have a long career. And look, maybe one of the most talented players I had over years, Carlos Vela. Very, very good. Liked him a lot.
Technically, he was
so good. And yeah, I'd like to see Carlos again. I've not seen him for a long time, and I look forward to catching up with him again in the future.
I'm sure he's going to be watching this.
I hope he is. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Carlos soon. Yeah.
And more recently, just to finish, Edson Álvarez.
Yeah, Edson Álvarez is a really, and maybe a hugely important player for the Mexican national team as well.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and with the World Cup coming up as well, he'll be really important. Yeah, Edson came in and he settled in well because he'd been in Europe at Ajax, so we had, you know, it wasn't as difficult a switch initially to come into the Premier League. But I think even he would have probably admit that there was things that would be hard for him. And even now, you know, it's a really difficult league to be the number 6.
Yes.
No, a number 6.
It's completely different.
It's such a big job. To be the defensive protector, but also to be the starter of the play.
No time to pass the ball.
No, so I think that. But Edson's a good player. He's a talented player as well. Got different attributes, and but found it. You know, got himself booked a few times in England in situations. So. It was something which he probably found strange as well, but
a learning curve.
Certainly is, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you.